I did a mistake and I talked bullshit on one of my videos, and this YouTuber, he proved me wrong. And why on one hand I did a mistake and was wrong, on the other hand, this video that this YouTuber created is maybe a solution to one of the biggest problems in the YouTuber guitar scene. Here we go. A little disclaimer for this video: as you might have seen, this is a longer video, it's a talky video, there are no flashy edits or something like that. It's me 18 minutes, not necessarily only me 18 minutes talking, and there's a little bit of guitar playing in the end. So if you don't like when I'm talk, then better hit the X button. Otherwise I would say grab yourself a tea, a coffee, enough Monster Energy drink, or beer or whatnot, something to eat, and let's listen to what I'm saying about a specific problem in the guitar scene and something that I did wrong in my latest video. Hey Guitar Champion, what's going on? I'm 𝙎𝙤𝙢𝙚𝙦 back from my practice dojo, and welcome to today's video. Days ago I released a video about a picking technique, and in that video I claimed to do something which I later on didn't do while demonstrating a certain technique. And the guitar player and YouTuber Nicos 𝗗𝗜𝙦, he saw that video and he realized, no wait, he's not doing it. He's claiming to do it, but he's not doing it. And he made a response video on that, proving that I don't practice what I preach. And I know Nico for more than 10 years now. We are good buddies. We drank together. He's really often a guest in my German podcast, Let's Talk Guitar. So we know each other pretty well. I celebrated with him together his, I believe, 40th birthday or something like that. But he made that response video. And I talked with him and said, Nico, give me that video, because when I release it on my channel, much more people are going to see it, because my channel is a bit bigger than your channel. He has around 2,000 followers, 2,000 subscribers, 3,000 subscribers. Numbers are not important, but I think it's important to see that video, and I think it's important to talk about that video. So you will now see the video that Nico made as a response to my video. I highly recommend to watch it, and I highly recommend to watch the end of this video, because I have a few things to say about this video. So now roll up the tape, let's go, let's hear what Nico is saying about my video.
Okay, Nicos 𝗗𝗜𝙦 here. I guess this is just a quick video response to 𝙎𝙤𝙢𝙢𝙢, who posted a video 2 days ago about a secret picking technique, but not a good one. In that video, he's talking about bending your thumb to get a different angle on the string, and doing it also to access strings above the ones you're playing for easier access when you're changing strings. It's a thing I've done too, and I'm guilty of that, and I try to avoid it as much as I can. Just like he does with the two-way pick slanting, where you're like slanting your picking hand while changing strings according to circumstances that you're in. But in his video, he talks about one thing. Let's just take a look at it. I'll edit it in so you can see what he talks about and how it looks when he plays it, because he talks about one thing that I'm going to show you afterwards, which is obviously not all true, as he points it out. So let's just take a listen to his video. He talks about this.
The third reason why I stopped doing it is a sound reason. Because when we're using the flat side of our pick, and for that we have to have a really straight thumb, we can gain much more attack and a much clearer tone out of our picking. And my goal is to have the full range of articulation and the full range of dynamic in my picking, so I can change as much as I want. I will give you a demonstration now on how much it can have an effect on your tone when you're playing with the shoulder side of your pick, or when you're playing with the flat side of the pick. The amount of pressure that I have in my forearm and in my wrist stays the same. I only change the angle and the degree compared to the string.
What he does, he demonstrates the thumb bent and the thumb straight. but he labels this the bent thumb with the shoulder of the pick and the other one the flat side of the pick, which, if you look at his picking hand, I'll try to insert a still picture in here. If you look at that, his pick is never flat on the string or parallel, because if he were parallel, it would sound like this, which is a very thin sound. If I angle the pick, this is parallel. This is with an angle. What he demonstrates as the bent thumb is an angle of the pick to the string. Or let me do it like this. If this was the string, this is parallel. This is a good angle until you reach 45 degrees. After that, the pressure that you need to change the string gets stronger and stronger. If you have the pick parallel, or you play with a flat side of the pick as he tells it, which is, he doesn't play with a flat side, he does play with an angle. If you play with a flat side, that's the most amount of pressure you can, pressure you can put against the pick before you go through the string. Same applies if you go like this, you hit the string with the side of the pick, like literally this side. The shoulder is like the in-between thing, yeah? And this is where the magic happens. So a good angle of the pick to the string would be something like, I don't know, somewhere between not 0 degree, you have to angle it slightly, let's say 5 degree to 35, 40 degree, not surpassing 45 degrees. The thing is, let me just get a distortion sound. It sounds way different if you the flatter you pick. This is flat. This is a slight angle, and this is more than 45 degrees. Okay, let's turn this off. The thing is, the more you angle your pick, you get a distinct sound that you might need for some kind of heavy metal rhythm guitar, where it needs to be like really chuggy, like less tone and more articulation from the pick. But once you go down the flat surface, you lose all definition, you lose a lot of bass, and the magic point is in between. So he's not using the flat side of the pick, he's using the shoulder, and the what he calls the shoulder is like way to the side of the pick. It's not the shoulder of the pick. While editing the video, I realized that the sound examples of the electric guitar were not that obvious. So I decided just to do a little insert with the acoustic guitar, and I'm just going to pull the SM7B down to the guitar and try to show you what I meant by the sound difference with the different pick positions or angles. So let me get the mic down. Hopefully like this. This might be okay. So flat pick, like really parallel to the strings. Bent thumb, like overly bent. This is like really hard to pick because there's like way much more pressure going on. And this also stops me from playing fluidly. Just a slight angle. Flat. So I hope you can hear the sound difference on that one. might be just a definition thing, but he plays with an angle. He doesn't play parallel to the string. You can see it in this video. So there you have it. Just make out of it what you want. My picking is not as great as his, but the definition of terms is where I have a little problem with. I think he'll understand. We'll discuss that when we have a beer next time with us. So take care.
So after that video was released a few days ago, some people approached me like, hey dude, what's going on with Nico and you? Do you have any troubles, any fights? Aren't you pissed? Because it seems like that there's a little bit of trouble going on or a little bit of fight going on. What's going on? Are you pissed or are you mad? And my answer to that response was, yes, I am pissed. I am mad, and I am extremely disappointed that Nico did not make a clickbaity thumbnail and a clickbaity title, because god damn it, he is so right with that video. And I wanted that so many more people are going to see this video, how he debunked me of what I was doing. And for that, god damn it, you need nowadays a clickbaity kind of thing. So I'm pissed, angry, and disappointed of Nico, not because of that video, but because how he promoted that video. Yeah, you had the perfect chance to do a clickbaity thing and you didn't do it. God damn it, shame on you, Nico. Now, but in all seriousness, what he's saying there is absolutely right. I'm not flat picking. I have a slight angle. Before he released that video, he approached me like, hey, I made a video. Is it cool? It's on private. I checked the video. First, I was like, are you really sure? And I checked my playing, was like, yeah, you're right. You're correct. Okay, release that video. That's important that people are going to see this. I remember from my time when I used to be a teacher in high school, you know, teachers are making mistakes, and there are like 3 ways how to deal whenever a teacher is making a mistake and a student, like a 5th grade or 6th grade kind of student, are approaching you and saying to you, hey teacher, you made a mistake. First way is ignoring it and hoping that nobody will care, nobody will remember about it. Second way is denying it, and third way is accepting it, because yeah, we all do mistakes and we all can learn from our mistakes. So again, yeah, I'm not 100% flat picking here. I had a rehearsal with Megalife, my Mega Distribute band, yesterday, and during playing some really fast thrash metal riffs, I was checking like, okay, let me try to be even more flatter. Yeah, and I saw in moments, okay, I'm not flat, I'm angled. Let's try to get a little bit flatter. So it is a thing of definition. So let's say I try to be as flat as possible in there, because yeah, you can still hear the sound difference of playing with an angle and playing with the side of the pick compared to playing with not so much of the side of the pick. I'm playing as flat as possible. Let's call it like this, as flat as possible. But this isn't actually why I want to talk about this. It is more that I think it is super, super good that Nico made that video. We need more like this in the guitar educational scene. We need more discussion, we need more talking with each other, and we need more reacting to people saying certain informations and, you know, criticizing those people as well. And I'm extremely open every time when people are criticizing me in that way, because that's approval criticism. You know, sometimes I have certain statements and bold statements when it comes to technique where I truly believe in, and I'm sometimes maybe over-exaggerating a little bit on how serious I take those statements, like, yeah, arm and wrist, don't do arm, do the wrist, all these kind of stuff. And sometimes for those statements, of course, I have to deal with criticism, but there are different types of criticism. There is like good critique and good criticism. Is it even the right word? I don't know. I don't care right now. My English. So there are criticism that is constructive, and there are criticism who doesn't bring the discussion toward a certain place. What Nico was doing here is the completely right side of criticism. He was observing something. He was realizing, oh, there's something different and wrong, and he was responding to it, clearing out, okay, here's something wrong. He was telling something wrong, so this would be the right thing, etc., etc. And we all are sometimes doing wrong things and saying wrong things. We all fuck up. Nobody's perfect. Whenever somebody is telling he's perfect or he doesn't have to improve or evolve as a musician, as a guitar player, or as a guitar educator anymore, then he's lying or he's super naive or he's just wrong. My technique is definitely not perfect, or it's not best. It is probably well developed up to a certain point, but I still fuck up. I mean, here's a clip of me fucking up a shred lick that I'm practicing for 5 years. And on the same time, here's a clip of me in another live show playing the same lick, but much better. So what I want to say here is we all fuck up, we all do mistakes, and it's really important for us educators that there are a community out there who are showing us these mistakes. I could improve as a guitar player a lot because of you viewers, because sometimes I have comments in my comment section where people are realizing, like, for example, my thumb flexing 3 years ago. I don't know who it was, but I'm deeply thankful for him forever. So when you are watching this, when you are seeing this, thank you. Please write in the comment who you are. But somebody wrote me, dude, you are doing a lot with your thumb. And then I realized by myself, oh yes, I'm doing a lot with my thumb. Or another player 4 years ago wrote me, hey, your hand synchronization is totally off. At first I was like, what is he saying? Oh no way, my hand synchronization is super good. And then I had to start my recordings in slow motion and my videos in slow motion, realized, oh no, my hand synchronization is really off. I have to work on that. And I worked on that. Because that's the thing, I don't have the perfect technique, but I drive to get it one day, even if something like this exists, which I don't believe. But that's my mission, you know, to take you with me on that journey, to learn from that journey and from everything that I've learned, to share it with you so that you can improve, and that we all can improve on our instrument, so that we can express ourselves musically as much as we want. So that's really good critique, and I really appreciate it. I love it when somebody's doing it like me. Of course it's hard in the first place. I mean, I'm only a human. Of course, realizing, oh, I said bullshit here and I did a mistake here and I was wrong here. Nobody's happy when they realize they are wrong. But it is super important to accept that and to say openly to everybody, okay, I was wrong here, that guy was right. I have to change something when it comes to this, that I name that differently, or that I take care of it, that I practice more what I preach in these kind of things. Let's talk about bad criticism for a moment, for a brief moment. Bad criticism is, I mean, I'm an educator, and in my studies of education when I was in university, I had to study arguments. And there's something that is called an ad hominem argument, which is the most stupid type of argument ever. Google it. But also something which is called ad vericundum argument. And a lot of times people are doing these kind of arguments, and there are not really good arguments. And one of them is, for example, when I show a certain specific technique where I did research and I think, okay, that technique, doing these kind of things, this kind of posture, this kind of technique can improve people in their playing, and then somebody is saying, yeah, but this guitar player is doing it like that, and he's doing like this and that and that, doesn't help the discussion, because that are not really facts that are brought to the table. I love facts, and I'm the first person who likes to say, okay, I did something wrong here. You know, I played like this in the past. I hold my pick and like this in the past, and all these kind of things. I changed my technique a lot because of new researches and because of new development in guitar technique. So I wish more of that, what Nico was doing in the video. That we go out there and when we see a certain statement where we think, oh, wait a second, we have to talk about this, that we can talk about this, and that nobody gets offended easily, because, I mean, Nico didn't mean that personally. I hope so. Nico, if you meant that personally, let me know, because I like you and I hope you like me too. We are friends, we are buddies, right? And it doesn't matter. But I don't think that he mean that personally. It's just on a professional level, and there we should all accept criticism here and there. Yeah, so much about that. That's something that I just wanted to share with you. Don't you ever take my words too seriously. Don't you ever do that with any guitar educators or with any person, you know, any human being. Everyone can be wrong some days, from politicians, from musicians, teachers, educators, nutritionists, whatever. We can all be wrong, but at the same time, I think we are pretty often pretty right, to be honest. So I hope I'm going to see you in my next video where I show you again how to improve your shredding and bring it to the next level. And I wish you a lot of fun. There's not much more to say about it. Cheers. Power your progress. Ow! Fuck! Bye.